Oh man. Welcome back to the German Body Game Podcast. No pre-recordings this time. We are back officially. We'll say welcome back. Appreciate everybody that helped us out. My guy Jay, my guy fucking Dom in the studio. The Seahawks, by the way.
No profanity, by the way.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about football. It's like that's all we're talking about today. Before I start the video, if there's any ideas or topics you guys want me to cover in the comments, let me know. Get the comments up. Get the algorithm going.
Yeah, you feel me? We don't, we covered a little. We could do a little bit more.
Feel me?
A little bit of everything. We versatile around here.
OD.
We versatile around here.
Do a lot of positions. Players.
We do a
Anyways.
lot of things. We do things that Carson Beck can't do neither.
OD. Go Hoosiers. Said it for a long time. We only got to cover the Natty. We already know who won. I said it from like week 7. I didn't think they were going to win the Natty, but I thought they were the best team in the Big Ten. I thought they were the number 1 team in the country. Shout out Mendoza. Shout out Uzi. But obviously, it's AFC, NFC Championship weekend. I told you I have some level 1 through level 5s for you.
Just before we start,
Go ahead.
Carson Beck, donate your $10 million to a charity foundation. Give me the Cavender twin or whatever her last name is. Give me
Haley
that.
Cavender.
Give me your Lambo. Give me everything. You decided to throw Doritos Locos Tacos for game on 1st and 10 with 54 seconds left.
Into a cover 2, by the way.
Do you
At
know?
field cover 2.
Do you know? And it wasn't really a cover 2. It was a flat. There was no flat out there, so it was no threat out there.
It was 1-on-1. It was 1-on-1 on the backside.
Yeah.
There was a safety over top. And the
No.
the
The 1-on-1 was supposed to be with the safety, but
the flat corner.
It was no threat. That's what I'm saying.
underneath.
Yeah, it was no threat. So he just dropped. I mean, it's not wrong, but
playing
like
underneath.
it turns into cover 2.
It's either a cover 2 man and he's playing underneath man, or he was playing cover 2.
I think it was cover 2. I feel like it was a cover 2 flat. There was no threat, so he just sank.
Yeah.
Which I don't see wrong. But Carson, like, that's not your bad game. Like, you did the same. When
I
they played,
think it was first down, right?
it was first down. They literally just got a first down.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I was texting Kobe, I was like, "There's no way they lose. Like I can't see how."
I couldn't see them lose
Like-
it, bro.
like,
For
their
them to
defense is not
drive
that
down the field, and Indiana was folding. They finally found a way to beat the simulated pressure.
Yes.
And I'm like, all right. I'm like, okay. I'm like, yo, I'm about to send my man. I'm getting my phone ready. I'm getting my
Yeah, I was
thumbs
already
ready.
ready.
I'm like, yo, legendary comeback. They muffed the punt. They doinked the field goal. Like, I'm like, all right, bet, cool. And
I also thought
I'm sitting down there with my brother. I said, yo, either an interception's about to happen or it's a walk-off tutty right now.
yeah.
Bro, I'm looking as the ball going in the air. I said, bro, no way he just threw that. That's the only thing I keep saying to myself.
I saw him throw the ball. I said, "There's no way he's open right now."
I said, there's no way he threw that. I said, is that open? Bro, I seen nothing but a red jersey come and snag that. Yo, me and my brother literally IRL reaction like this. Shout out to Z, by the way. IRL reaction like this. And like the same thing I was saying all year, Miami deserved to be in the playoffs. They showed why they deserve to be in the playoffs.
Sure. I don't think.
Number 24, just kill yourself.
I don't condone that. I don't think that was the reason. Like I think any team who gets hot at the right time could do something like that. But I think the biggest thing for me watching that game was Miami's D line. I don't want to talk too much about this. But Miami, yeah, for sure. I don't think Ruben Bain will be anything like Myles Garrett or Michael Parsons, but he put up a great performance. Number 99, I don't know your name. I'm not tapped in.
Amon Moulton.
But he put in a crazy game from the D-tackle spot. I think that was the biggest problem. If their D-line wasn't existent, Mendoza would have had maybe 300. And he had to rush the ball quick.
They had him rattled.
He had to rush the ball quick. He didn't look as great,
Quick
but in
throws.
the last second half, I think he locked in. Obviously, he had the QB draw.
Ian Connor.
He had some good back.
Ian Connor.
fucking-
Please just don't play
Back
football
to
ever again, bro. But we're on to the next. I'm not about to waste my time. Natty.
So we'll start from the level 1 through 5s. Do you want a New England Patriot first, or do you want the Seattle Seahawks to have first?
Give me Seahawks.
Okay. The Seahawk is Sam Darnold. So level 1. I just want to see how you feel about Sam Darnold. Level 1. Former Seattle quarterback, Geno Smith.
Oh, we're doing Sam Darnold versus like old.
No, just right now.
Sam
right
Darnold.
Okay. Level 2. Daniel Jones, pre-injury.
Daniel Jones pre-injury.
Pre-torn Achilles, 8-1.
Sam Darnold.
Level 3. I feel like this might be quick due to what we just occurred and the amount of turnovers you just threw.
Josh Allen, CJ Stroud.
Cole Bridge Bernard, Jr. T.A. Stroud.
Yeah. Sam Darnold.
No, like all jokes aside, you taking Sam Darnold over T.J. Stroud?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, hey. I just want to say there were some conversations in 201 freshman year A particular man said Bryce Young better than CJ Stroud.
Can't
Hey
lie.
man,
Can't-
it's coming to light.
Can't lie.
It's coming.
You
to
can't
fruition.
even blame me.
It's coming to fruition.
At the CJ Stroud rookie year, could you even blame me for that?
But you said
bro?
before the draft because we came before the season started.
Yeah, and I was like, yo, I think CJ gonna be nice. And the rookie, I'm like, oh, my take might be right.
He pulled up a Jaden Daniels before Jaden Daniels, and then Jaden Daniels did some.
I don't know. Maybe it's because they traded away Laramie Tunsil. He has no.
I don't
protection.
think.
I don't know.
I think
bro.
the Panthers' O line is still bad. Is the Texans probably way
No,
worse?
they're worse.
Probably,
They're worse.
but he has a better option. He has
We got-
Nico
we-
Collins.
we got him.
He has Nico Collins.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know, dog. Get a new warm up. Stop shooting that damn basketball for your.
Amber
for your
Rose.
freaking
It's all
warm-up,
Amber
bro.
Rose's fault, man.
Oh, God.
And the press tour he did with Micah Parsons. Anyways, level 4.
You're not Micah, CJ.
Level 4. I'm very intrigued to see where you go on this. And I put this here because I think you're gonna pick Sam Darnold, and level 5 is gonna make you pick an interesting guy. But level 4, Brock Purdy.
Sam Darnold.
As expected.
I
just
watched
don't
the
agree.
49ers game, and this is not even me
I
hate
don't agree.
watching. This is not me hate watching.
I don't agree.
Day-Day's known for years. I don't think Brock Purdy is a good quarterback. I don't think that. I've never thought that Brock Purdy was a good quarterback. There is people try to make it seem like because he was Mr. Irrelevant, he was Tom Brady.
True.
That's not the case
That is
at
true.
all. It is impossible to replicate Tom Brady. It's either you got that shit in you or you don't. Sorry for the profanity. Watching that game and watching him not being able to make things happen, it kind of just showed like you really might need a super team to make
He
shit
got
happen.
some injuries though.
Every team got injuries. This is football. At the end of the day, this is
Okay.
football. You really got.
Okay.
I watched Brady throw for 300 yards to Chris Hogan, and nobody knew who Chris Hogan was. Nobody knew who Chris Hogan was. Chris Hogan just magically appeared in mid-game, and niggas like, yo, who's this white boy?
Danny Amendola, James White, Rex Burkhead.
They just spawned out of nowhere. They started
The
spawning.
best playoff receiver of all time, Julian Edelman.
And Brady made them look like something. That's doing something with nothing. Where is Chris Hogan at right now? Where was Chris Hogan at after the bowl? Nobody knows.
Houston, I
When
think,
Chris Hogan left New England to go to Miami, not Chris Hogan, Danny Amendola. Everybody thought Danny Amendola was gonna be good with him at Miami. He went to Miami and fell off, like completely fell off. Nobody heard from him since then.
Yeah. Okay.
I've seen Rodgers make stuff work with Jeff Janis.
I don't know.
I seen Breeze make stuff work with a punt returner. I watched Josh Allen make it work with Sammy Watkins, and Sammy Watkins ain't Sammy Watkins no more.
You don't even gotta say Sammy Watkins. You could just say Keon Coleman.
What are we talking about?
I love cookies.
Pat made it how far? Come on, dog. Like, be for real, dog.
All right. That's all I gotta say. I mean, I would say Brock Purdy. I don't think Brock Purdy is great. We originally came in as Brock Purdy haters. I think I've evolved to
I'm
say
solid.
he's at least top 16, top 17. He's an upper half quarterback in the National Football League. And on a good day, he can do it. But I don't think he had a good playoffs. Like even in our game, he fucking horrible. And the Eagles are just an abomination of a franchise. I'm just too pissed off. I don't even want to talk about it. Level 5.
No way, bro.
Sam Darnold. Iceman, baby, why you so cold? Change the world. Caleb, do your nails, Williams. I'm painting my shit red just for Caleb. CW13.
Like the
Actually,
entire
18 now.
season or playoff
Just
run?
right now.
We're gonna playoff run like
Just
entire
right now.
season.
Just- if you had to pick a quarterback to lead your franchise next year, after what you saw from the entirety of the season,
That's tough. That's tough. Low key, it is tough.
I have some things to say after this.
Only reason why I think it's tough is because Caleb is still struggling with the same things he struggled with all season. Like I said, accuracy. He threw more interceptions than he threw touchdowns throughout his postseason run.
I think it was tied, but
No, it was
Still-
five.
still
I think it
same.
was,
I think it was 5 and 5.
no, I think it was 5 to 6 or 7, if I'm not mistaken. Ironically, shout out to Von Edwards. But
Go check. I think it was 5 and 5. Though.
I don't. Was it 5 and 5? What was that? And what was the accuracy?
4 and 5. 4 and 5.
4 and 5. 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
Yes.
What was the accuracy? 51.
I don't know the exact number. Actually, I can check that shot number.
I'm
Playoffs.
pretty sure it was 51, right?
52.
52.
He had 618, 4 touchdowns, 5 picks.
And if I were to pull up Sam Darnold stuff, right? Let's just.
Game-winning drive.
I'll pull up Sam Darnold. I haven't searched up Sam Darnold name in 10 months.
Fourth quarter comeback.
Oh God.
I have some things to say, but you know how I feel about the.
No. I know. I just want to pull this up real quick, just to see something before I make my take. Sam Darnold in the playoffs. Let me see his stats.
I mean, we already know what he did last year.
I'm.
Let's not forget that game.
Not even talking about season.
Let's not forget that game.
What did we say? We're talking about this year.
Okay. All right. 12 for 17. That's a Jalen Hurts stat line. 124, one touchdown.
70%, 124, one touchdown.
Shit, he ain't need to throw the ball.
Only took 2 sacks so far. I don't have to take Sam Darnold based off the production, based off what I see, based off what I'm getting. Now, granted, what I will say is Caleb Wilson. Not Caleb Wilson. Caleb Williams. He mastered he mastered the run back 30 yards Kobe fadeaway for a touchdown. I don't know how he mastered that. I don't even get it. When I'm watching the game, when I'm watching him do it in the Rams game, I'm like, oh, that has to be a pick, right? And I'm looking
the turnaround Q3 to Cole Kmet in the back of the corner.
Yes, bro. And I'm looking, I'm like, oh, interception, game's over, bro. I just see it hit his hands. I said, oh wow, he really mastered that.
DJ Moore is a part of Al Qaeda, as Nick Saban said.
Bro, he should never threw that ball.
The people that throw RPOs, he's a terrorist.
He should never threw that ball to begin with.
You understand football.
I know I do.
You know that he was supposed to go in front of the safety. Granted, was the ball perfect? You could sit and ask me, was the ball perfect? No. But is he catching the ball if he runs flat in front of Cam Curl's face?
I don't know.
Yes.
I watched it.
Even if he's not, he's breaking the ball up and it's not an interception if he cuts the short.
Yeah, he still should get more effort.
And they're blaming Caleb. Hit the check down. Nigga, there was no check down on the play.
It was a shot play.
What are we talking about?
Shot play.
It was a play designed for that. They thought they were going to get some cover 2 variant, and they were going to put a post over and a drag under to bring the safeties.
It's like a flood concept.
Yeah, and then they got pseudo. They got zone on one side, and they got man-to-man on Cole Kmet and Luther Burden. They brought the people down like they were supposed to. Had the wide open space for DJ Moore. He didn't catch the ball. He got intercepted. And he's so trash. I mean, I don't agree with the accuracy narrative. I don't think accuracy is everything that makes a quarterback. Like, I was talking to Strack about this. Not DJ Moore. Caleb Williams and Drake May are literally like polar opposites. Like, one is conservative and still gets a lot of yards, and he's still very accurate. He puts the ball on a dime every play. And then Caleb Williams is, and some inaccuracy problems and some ridiculous throws that we've haven't seen since Pat.
But that's what's gonna happen when you. Well, I seen some passes of Lamar, but.
I know what you're talking about. I seen that exact one.
Don't do that.
Okay. All right.
But I think that's what happens with a dual threat quarterback. They're gonna struggle with accuracy because I see in Caleb.
And it really is. He really does love the on the runs, the cross bodies, the uncomfortable throws more than he loves the comfortable.
What I see in Caleb is still like a little bit of USC gameplay sometimes.
And it's gonna work.
Kind of like. I feel like it's like a instinct, like, oh shit, my line not blocking. I gotta just hurry up and just, And sometimes he would have a clean pocket. And like when I'm watching the game, he'll have a clean pocket. I'm like, yo, why did you move? You had the pocket is there, but I just think his brain is just so used to, all right, let's get out of here and let's try to make a play. Let's try to, make something out of nothing. But to speak to the interception, I watched a post game interview with it was like Skip Bayless, Aqib Talib, it wasn't Kobe Durant, it was Cam Curl and like a couple other people in there. And Cam was basically like, they seen that play on film a couple of times. Like, Caleb had a tell, this and a third, And he literally said, if Caleb would have threw the ball to Rome, it probably would have been a touchdown.
I did see from that angle, but that's also a harder throw to make. Like, you still have to put that on a rope.
Sure.
And if you underthrow it slightly, the corner that was the safety that was trailing was going to pick that off. But, like, I'm not a Bears fan. I don't need to talk about Caleb. Yeah. I do think he's top 10. At the worst 12.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I give you 12.
At the worst 12, I think he's top 10 after what I've seen. I think from a pure talent standpoint, I've been saying it. It's unreal. His arm talent is ridiculous. I'm not gonna glaze anymore. He's not my quarterback. Shout out Uno.
I just think he has to fix it's accuracy, bro.
No, you for sure have to get up from 50. You can't have it under 60.
For me, I value accuracy in a quarterback because I feel like accuracy doesn't tell the whole story, but if you watch the games, you have to see, like, all right, if he was a little bit more – same shit with Lamar. When they played the Bills in the divisional round, when he tried to throw that corner out and he sailed it out of bounds.
Well, no, it's actually is the same thing as Lamar.
Yeah, it's the same thing as Lamar.
The fact that – I mean, obviously Caleb doesn't run as much as Lamar, but before when we were debating if Lamar – like how good Lamar Jackson was, I would say his accuracy isn't good. You know, he – like the same thing with Vic. Like their accuracies are bad. Like they're not as great. And then Lamar, I think, what was it? Since Todd Monken, it might have been a year before Todd Monken, But every year since then, it's been 60, it's been 70, and it's been 70.
It was the year
And we've
before- it
seen
was
the
the year before
progression.
Mafia.
We've seen the progression of Lamar Jackson, especially since 2023, passing wise. Obviously, the 41-4. Don't know how he didn't win MVP last year, but whatever. Shout out Josh Allen. Shout out Haley Steinfeld.
I'm not
Michael B.
Josh
Michael B.
Allen.
Jordan.
I'm not shut out. Josh Allen. That nigga's terrible.
But I think it's a problem he should fix, and
Mm-hmm.
it's hard because the dangers you have to take sometimes as a risk taker. Obviously, he throws some ridiculous passes, his
Mm-hmm.
interceptions, and he actually doesn't throw a lot of interceptions. Like he really doesn't, and he
How many he had this year?
like not a lot. He has the least amount of interceptions through 1,000 pass attempts ever. I saw. He was very good at keeping the ball, and that's why the Bears won so many games because they obviously the moral of the story was that they had a lot of what's it called? He had 7 in this year. And
The
they
year
came
total?
yeah, and they came later in the year. And what's it called?
How many sacks he took?
Let me check. Hold on. I don't know why I can't see it right now. 24 compared to last year, or 24 or 34? 24. Last year was 68. So a 44 difference. I think that's one of the things he got better at too, learning how to not take sacks and evading these things. And I think for me, he just has to figure it out. And I mean, I think he's top 10, top 12. I think he's a top 3 talent. If we're just talking about pure talent, I think it probably Mahomes, Lamar, and Caleb. But anyways, do you want to go or do you want me to name my Patriot
You can go
level 1 through
Patriots,
5?
man. I'm ready.
All right. Christian Gonzalez. Level 1. Go, Pat, go. Keyshawn Nixon.
All right, I have Christian Gonzalez too, but Christian Gonzalez, bro, I'm so sad. We could have drafted him. Tears.
We could have drafted him too.
Yeah, make me your GM, bro. Don't worry, I'm already rebuilding my Packers and franchise right now.
Sorry, I'm building the Browns. Go Shador. So Christian Gonzalez or Keyshawn Nixon, I assume.
Gonzo.
Level 2. The Bears. Shout out MC North.
Jalen Johnson.
Jalen Johnson. Let's get some interesting names on here. So
I go Gonzo.
okay. Level 3. Man out in Carolina.
J.C. Horn.
J.C. Horn, number 8.
Yeah, I like J.C. Horn so much, bro.
I don't. I mean, I have
I like J.C.
thoughts.
Horn.
I have
OD,
thoughts,
bro.
but I will not influence anybody here.
I might go J.C. Horn, bro. I think J.C. Horn. Nah,
Then level 3.
I go Gonzo.
Okay.
I go Gonzo. I go Gonzo.
Level 4. You already know who had to be on the list, man. All Pro Q.
It's cute.
Hey, man. I've been saying this for a minute.
It's cute.
Sometimes it just has to come to light. I am depressed today, as of today, Thursday, January 22nd. My DB coach is taking a job to be, not my DB coach, Silas Strums, has taken a job to be the Dallas Cowboys defensive coordinator. I am, yes, Christian Parker, yes. I am depressed. I saw Cooper DeJean post about it and how he made him as a player. I am very saddened. As Dakota knows, he helped him. He was the quality coordinator. He helped Jair in 2019. Then he went to Denver as a DB coach. He made Pat Surtain All-Pro. I'm not saying he wouldn't have been, but he obviously helped Pat Surtain. Then he came to the Eagles, and he helped Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell become an All-Pro, and a great year from Slay. I am very mad because the Dallas defense, realistically, has a good defensive coordinator now and should be good. To be fair, do they have the corners to do it? Probably not. Maybe Deron Bland can figure it out, but level 4 Q, and you know who's going to be at level 5. You know who's not going to be level 5. DPOI, PS2.
PSO.
So it stops at level 4. I mean, me personally, I'm taking.
Yeah, I see.
I'm taking.
Damn, my bad.
There we go.
I'm not on steroids, by the way.
I'm
Sorry,
taking.
Sorry.
I'm taking Q over Gonzo, and that's not even biased. I just think what I see in personally, like coming from a corner that back in high school I didn't get a lot of interceptions. I don't even get a lot of interceptions here. Like I think not getting interceptions is just as impressive as getting a lot.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's different types. Like there's types that every time the ball's thrown, it's actually picked off.
Yeah.
And there's other types that gamble a lot, give up a lot of yards, and gamble for an interception or a touchdown.
Yeah.
Hashtag Nate Wiggins. But people like Trevon Diggs or the Deron Blands that we've seen. And some players just change the trajectory of a team, and that's what Cooper DeJean and Quinyon have done for us. And you feel me? I think Gonzo's a great player. I think he's top 5. I think Quinyon Mitchell, PS2, and Gonzo are in that top 5. But hey, shout out Q.
Are we doing this based off of just strictly like playoff players or just?
I'm just talking about just right now.
No, I'm saying like the level 1 through 5.
Nah, it could be anybody. I just put the people that came to mind. I couldn't think of a level 1 good corner, so I just put your boy because I know it's your boy.
That's not my boy. Mike is
Shout
my
out Keyshawn
boy.
Nixon.
Mike is my boy.
Micah.
All right.
Shout out King.
You go with the Patriots.
Okay.
You go with the Seahawks first.
Go Pats. Shout out Kobe.
You go Pats.
Shout out Mike.
All right. Your contestant for the day, Drake May. Level
I
1.
already know who you're gonna have to make me choose between. Whatever, bro. Get it started, bro. Get it started.
Level Level 1. Drake May. Or your boy. Figure no pain boy. Killer Williams. That's on the pot.
At level 1.
Level 1, bro. Level 1.
Strictly off this year, right? As
Strictly
we
off
said.
this year. Strictly hoops off this year.
Drake May. MVP candidate.
Okay.
Drake May.
Number 2. It's a bird. It's a plane. No. It's If Man. Justin Herbert.
Oh, shit. I thought those were the real bird. This means Drake May's top 5 if I say Justin Herbert, right?
Yeah.
Drake May.
Drake May. All right.
Drake May not putting that up I seen in week 1.
All right.
Wild card.
All right.
That's all I know.
Number 3. You know, they're both MVP candidates, by the way. Just letting that be known. Drake May or Matt Stafford.
We're gonna talk about predictions later. This might be a precursor to this. Give me Aubrey Graham.
Drake May.
Give me. Oh, I'm
Taking Drake May?
yes, I am taking Drake.
May. All right. Drake May. Or, hey, look, some call him the best quarterback in the league. Some call him a tush push merchant. Well, not the one that plays in Buffalo. The one that plays in Philly. Drake May or your QB. Uno.
I plead the 5th.
Plead the 5th.
I plead the 5th.
That's tears, bro.
I plead the 5th.
Tears.
This year only. Drake May.
Last but not least, Drake May versus Mr. 4 interceptions. Not C.J. Stroud. And won that fumble before going into the halftime. Drake May or here nigga damn MVP, Josh Allen.
Give me Cinders, man. Give me Josh Allen. I'm still taking Josh. I'm still taking Josh.
That was all right.
That was hard. That made me hurt. That made my
I
heart
thought
hurt.
you were going to Drake May all the way.
I almost did.
I thought you were going to Drake May all the way. I'm not going to lie.
Give me Josh Allen. He's still number 2 in the league.
All right. Now we're on to the Seahawks.
Okay.
We got your boy, Jackson Smith and Jigba. Round 1.
Okay. Might get we might get nasty. Not gonna lie.
JSN and A.J. Brown.
JSN. This year.
All right.
Take JSN.
JSN or Luka? Not Doncic. Luka Puka.
Ends at level 2. I'm taking Puka Doncic. Not even close. Not even close. Not even close. I'll be real with y'all. I was initially a Puka hater. I said Puka was Travis Fulgham 2.0. It's Puka. It's Puka. It's Puka. His contested catch, his catch radius. They say he can't beat man, but shit, he could beat the man. I think he's miles better than Devontae Adams at this point. He carries the offense of the Rams. I think he is the Rams with no Puka. I think they lose in the first round to Carolina. Give me Luka Puka Doncic.
Luka Puka Doncic.
And this is not to say anything about JSN. I think JSN this year is top 3. No, he's number 2. Realistically, Puka's number 1 for me. I think JSN's number 2. I think if in all totality, if we're bringing everything and how I feel coming into next year, JSN's probably top 5. Probably top 5. And I said he might be entering that last year. I didn't think we were going to get this big of a jump, but I think JSN's for me still, regardless, a ridiculous player.
All right. Luka?
Oh.
Or a Triple Crown winner, Jamar Chase?
Just this year. I'm going off of just this year, by the way. And I'm taking Puka.
All right.
I'm taking Puka.
Puka or the man that a lot of Philly fans are asking for them to trade A.J. Brown for, Jay Jettis.
Justin Jefferson.
Last but not
Justin
least.
Jefferson. I gotta take Jay Jets. I still think he's the best in the league.
Last but not least. I know the answer to this.
I don't even know what man you could think of.
Jay Jettis or CD's Nuts Lamb.
Hell no, that boy a fraud. Give me JJ. Give me JJ. I think he's still the best receiver in the league. He was hindered by some QB play. This is not to say that I don't believe in JJ McCarthy. I have full faith in 9, the GOAT. Shout out UM. Shout out Go Blue.
Nice.
But I think him getting hurt, them having Carson Wentz, and obviously it was more like a run game for them. It was more getting JJ adjusted. Yeah. And I think towards the end of the year, he started to figure it out. And he'll probably go for, I don't know, 13, 14 next year, JJ, I think. But I think he's still by far, like, and if you count everything together, I think he's put together. He's the best receiver in the league.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The game's game. Shout out Justin Jefferson.
Shout out Jay Jettis.
So next, we got, obviously, you want to go AFC or NFC first? This is just for me championship games. How we feel about it.
You can go AFC.
I'm gonna say we go AFC to get it over with because we already.
Go AFC.
I mean, even if Bo Nix is playing, I'm taking the New England Patriots.
I'm taking the pass.
One thing I want to do, I want to have obviously we know enough about the teams, I think, to have like a key factor into this game for both games. I think for the Broncos, if they want to win, I mean, you're just gonna have to be able to stop the run. I think obviously Drake May is a good passer, but if you're able to limit Trevion Henderson and Ramondre Stevenson, it could be a bad day. Like you have PS2, you have McMillan who just made a good play. Their slot corners aren't that good, but you have McMillan who made a good play. You have white man Riley Moss. He's not Cooper DeJean. He's not Reed Blankenship, but hey, shout out the Whites. They still have a good defense. They have Huafunga. They have Nick Benito, who's going to give Will Campbell problems. Obviously, we've seen what he's given up the past 2 weeks. And I think the Denver defense really has to show up for what would be the first time in this, I would say in this playoffs, because it's only been one game, but in a game where they got pretty handled by a shorthanded Bills team.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the Patriots, I think you just have to be able to block. Like the Chargers, they weren't able to contain Khalil Mack. And then versus the Texans, they weren't. Bronny James went for 40. I don't know if y'all been watching basketball, but Bronny James went for 40, aka Will Anderson. If you know, you know.
Jr.,
that boy, oh my, in a blender, 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. That's one of the best games in the playoffs of all time. Like no
top 5
bullshit.
edge in the league, by the way.
Shit, he not.
Top 3.
He 2.
I know. Only one better than him is he 3.
Once you said that, I already know he was gonna say that.
I hate that.
But I think you have to be able to protect Drake May, which they haven't been able to do. And if they figure that out, which I've said, shout out Quinn. He asked for a shout out Quinn. They have Zach Allen, they have Nick Benito, they have guys. But if they're able to protect Drake May, I mean, they might win by 40.
I agree. I think if Drake May don't make decisions that Josh Allen also made.
Hey.
Prime example, like when Bo Nix threw a pick to the defensive lineman, and then in the following drive, Josh Allen decides to toss a pickleball downfield into double coverage to Pat Surtain and what's 21's name?
Riley Moss?
Yeah. Throw a pickleball down cover to them. I think that's the case.
That was horrible.
I watched Denver struggle with James Cook to kind of contain him when they were letting him get the ball. Obviously, Trevion Henderson, Ramondre Stevenson isn't a James Cook, but game is game.
Mm-hmm.
I also do think that the Patriots should really protect the ball due to the fact that they got a fumble on Josh Allen. They got a fumble on James Cook early on into the game.
Mm-hmm.
I also think that Drake May has to make timely throws and good throws because these Broncos DBs aren't DBs that you just pick on. You know, they're not 24 for Miami. I just want to say that they're not.
You're not just throwing at Pastor.
You're just not throwing that Pastor Tan.
Like the same shit that Brock Purdy did. Like he targeted him the first Quinyon the first drive. I don't think he really beat Quinyon. Like he just ran past him. Obviously, he still went 60 yards, but it's not like he down the field. It was a 10-yard dig and he ran 60 yards. Then he continued to do that rest of the game. 3 PBUs and 2 interceptions and a forced fumble. Anyways,
not nice by the way. No, not. I wasn't talking about Q. I was talking about Brock Purdy. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you, bro. Look at you. I don't think that the Broncos have any DBs like Keyshawn Nixon. I don't think the Broncos have any DBs like Travion Diggs. I don't think the Broncos have any DBs like Carrington Valentine. I also think they don't have any linebackers like what's his name? Ingabar. I also think they have better. Any pass rusher on the Broncos is better than Rashawn Gary. So like I said, I think they have to protect the ball for the Broncos. It's more so going to be trying to figure out how to get your offense going.
Yeah, because obviously, I mean, we're not big Bo Nix fans. That could let it be known. Yeah. I don't think I'm not like Shady. I'm not gonna say I don't think the difference between Jared Stidham and Bo Nix is small.
It's a big difference.
It's definitely a big difference. Like Bo Nix is definitely this year. Shit, I'll give him top 20, but not realistically, probably what top 17, 16. Yeah. He's the upper half, and he was able to do good with what Evan Ingram, Cortland Sutton, Troy Franklin. I don't
names that don't scare you.
I don't think you're not really worried about Troy Franklin.
I'm not worried about
Cortland Sutton. Especially when you've got Gonzo on the team.
Yeah.
Marcus Jones. I don't think Marcus Jones is that great, but he can definitely put a service up. He's the touchdown man. He wants to score punt returns. He can score pick sixes, fumble recoveries. But I think for the Broncos to have, I would say limited weapons in their backfield. They have a tandem of guys. I think RJ Harvey will be a guy, but this year he hasn't been that guy yet. He's touchdown man, but he hasn't been like receiving yards and rushing yards yet. I think if Jarrett Stidham, I mean, the game plan just has to be short. You have to dice him up short. You have to take advantage of the ball. You have to run the ball efficiently. You have to chew the clock.
True.
You gotta put 2 clock on. You score a touchdown. Pray for the best.
And you gotta just hope that.
You gotta hope that defense.
I would say you gotta hope that Pat's defense don't get off because Milton Williams.
Patriots do have good defense.
God's a dog. Patriots have a good defense.
I don't want to talk about Williams. I don't want to talk about Williams.
Look, I just think the Broncos have to find a way to capitalize on offense. Because I will say this: if you keep the defense on the field all day, they're liable to give up a touchdown. They're liable to give up 2 touchdowns, maybe 3. That's just how it works. I don't care what level you're at. If your offense can't score, if your offense is having more 4 and outs than the defense could provide 4 and outs, then they're gonna get gassed and they're bound to give up a touchdown. You can't keep the defense on the field all game.
Because the thing is, like, we obviously have watched the Patriots. We have watched the first 2 games of the playoffs. The Texans. Also, we'll start with the Chargers. Like, they didn't have a good game offensively against the Chargers. Like, they were horrible. It took until the 4th quarter for them to actually wake up and take a 2-score lead. Mm-hmm. Then we go to the Texans. They obviously made 5 turnovers on defense. And I don't know if you saw, but how much points do you think they got with the 5 turnovers? Off of their, I think, 28 points they scored in total?
How much did they allow or how many did they have?
How much points do you think they got directly off of those 5 turnovers?
What, 6? Oh, no. Out of 28?
Out of the 28 points.
Probably 14. 0.
If you're forcing 5 turnovers.
Yo, you are right. I did see that graphic, bro. Now that I'm thinking about it, you are completely right. I did see that graphic.
You are forcing 5 turnovers in a football game. There is absolutely 0 reason for the game to be 1 close or 2 for you to get 0 points off of those turnovers. They have not
playing in Denver?
Yes, in Mile High, which is obviously a little bit different for me. Advantage, you got elevation.
A little bit. That's way different.
But I think they have enough to handle it. But if they can't capitalize off of their defenses, obviously plays that they make, whether it's Milton Williams, Spillane, whether it's freaking
they are going against
Gonzo,
Hunter and Barney James Jr. So they got an
Aziz Al-Shir.
Yeah, Aziz Al-Shir. My bad.
I mean, to be fair, like the Texans defense is probably like dead ass generational. Like same thing with the Seahawks. The Texans is a really good defense.
I see that TikTok. Somebody said the Texans went from J.J. Watt to Will Anderson Jr. and Danielle Hunter, bro. I swear.
That's just nasty. Like, respect Danielle Hunter. He might be a Hall of Famer by the end of his career. I've seen some things.
That's real.
They have a really good defense out in Houston, but the gauntlet the Mickey Mouse gauntlet of offenses that the Patriots have had, they've had to play a great amount of defenses. So it shows that their offense obviously is capable.
This is so weird not seeing like Pat in the Super Bowl because like you used to seeing Brady, then like it goes from you used to seeing Brady to like I'm used to seeing Pat, and now Pat's not in the Super Bowl, and it's like damn, I don't know who's gonna win.
Nah, it don't feel right without the Eagles, but nah, realistically though, like it doesn't feel right without the Chiefs in at least the AFC Championship game.
Exactly.
Like it was always in the AFC Championship game at least.
No Ravens,
no Bills, no Ravens,
no nothing.
Not even the Bengals. So it's a lot of good teams. They're just good teams. There's no great teams this year. There's a lot of good teams that at the right time are just hot. We'll talk about in the NFC soon, but like I think basically for the Patriots you have to be able to capitalize off what your defense can give you. And for Denver, it's the same thing. You have to have your defense basically be your offense. You have to win. You have to win special teams. Like we talk about that here. You got to win special teams. You got to get the hidden yards. So if obviously Denver's able to control the clock, control the game, I think they have a good shot. But my prediction probably freaking New England by 14.
Yeah, 14. I got New England by like a touchdown or 2.
So I mean, Patriots again. I'm sorry that we're gonna have to do this. I don't know. obviously we're in New England, in the obviously Northeast area. We've watched the Patriots all our life, and I watched Tom Brady win 6 of them things, and Drake May probably will get number 7.
I don't want to see that.
Game's game. NFC.
Here we go.
NFC. What you think? What you think before I weigh in on this? What you think about the NFC?
Seahawks, Rams.
Indeed. Should be the Eagles.
My first take would be for the Rams. I feel like they have to come up big on special teams. I feel like if they
did fire their special teams coordinator because they were ass on them.
Yeah, if they let Rashid Shaheed get off on special teams,
I think realistically you can't. I think realistically you cannot kick him the ball.
Exactly. That's why I said
on kickoff, you have to kick to the other guy. On punt return, you got to kick the ball out of bounds.
Especially with the way how kickoff is now, if you let him get the ball, I guarantee you he gonna get off with that muff. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Every trip,
it's day one.
It's gonna be a 30. It's gonna be a 30. It's gonna be a 30-yard return. It could be a 40-yard return. It could be a kickoff return. Mm-hmm. Do not give him the ball. If you give him the ball, I hope you got your best tacklers out there. That's what you're going to need. You're going to need your best pursuit and tackler guys out there. Yeah. I guarantee you.
Might as well put your best defense out there.
Exactly. You hit him you try to go at him at the wrong angle, it's over. To the crib. I'm telling you quick. I think it's that. For the Seahawks offensively, if Sam Darnold plays, I think that Sam Darnold he looks good when he doesn't play panicky, if that makes sense. If he's not panicking and just trying to hurry up and just throw the ball and not make a read, Like, I'd rather him hold on to the ball and take a sack and live for the fight.
I was gonna say some brain dead shit. I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna say that the Rams don't have a D line like how we've seen.
Yeah, this nigga's mentally
to be fair, they haven't produced like how we've seen them last year, especially with Jared Verse and obviously Byron Young and Braden Fisk and all the other guys they have on their defense. I was gonna say that their pass rush. I had a fucking.
I mean, they had the best 17 points though.
No, I'm saying just. Them in general, the D line hasn't really got off how we've seen. It's usually from the big plays that we've seen, it's been all secondary wise. It's been from the linebacker room. We haven't really seen Jared Verse besides a couple of TFLs last week. We haven't seen any sacks. We haven't seen some pass protection plays.
I mean, but that comes from them making people make panic throws. That's why they're coming up with
and throwing the ball away because you obviously know Jared Verse is coming.
Yeah, so it's kind of. It's a 50-50 thing. We're not really 50-50. I kind of feel like
for sure, because we obviously saw how Sam Darnold against the same Rams team, by the way, played against in the first round, and he got massacred. He got sacked 9 times. I think he threw 2 picks. So
I think like a regular season, if I'm not mistaken, he threw like 4 picks in a regular season.
He had a horrible game against the Rams. Historically, he's not good against the Rams
at all.
Obviously, we know Jets man sometimes likes to come out like. I see Ghost Man comes out sometimes. Sometimes, turn the leaf. I'm good again.
Yeah, I don't know.
But obviously, that's the biggest question.
I feel
Sam
like
Darnold.
I was on a live not too long ago. Shout out Pat Nation podcast, by the way.
Indeed.
Shout out to them. I was on there live. They had me out there as a guest, and I made a comparison. I said I feel like Carson Beck and Sam Darnold are the same person. Oh. If Sam Darnold wakes up and get out of the bed like, yo, I'm gonna play good today, and he's playing good. They have a very high chance of winning. Because when Sam Darnold play good, that means JSN getting off. That means Kenneth Walker got to get off. That means Rashid Shaheed going to get off. Everybody going to eat. Cooper Kupp going to get off. Everybody going to get off, especially if he's playing good. That means he's making all the right throws. Mm-hmm. He's taking hits while still making good throws. Yeah. If he wake up out the bed and he's spooked, yeah, GG's. I ain't going to lie. The Rams just cashed a ticket to the Super Bowl easily.
A.J. Barner, Michigan legend. At tight end too.
I also think that, what is that? They're playing in L.A.?
No.
Seattle? Yeah. Seattle isn't as cold. Seattle isn't as cold as Chicago is, obviously. So I do think that play. Yeah. I ain't seen none of that. I ain't seen none of that hit my phone when they lost. But
actually, you did. You typed it.
Yeah, I did. But I don't see Matthew Stafford and their offense struggling as bad as they did when they were in Chicago. Granted, they don't play in the cold. They're in Los Angeles. It's pretty much damn near hot year round out there all the time. The most they really struggle is rain. If they were to see rain conditions, I think they'd be prepared for that.
I've seen a stat that the Seahawks, when it rains, they win 95% of the time at home,
which is crazy.
I can see it, but that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So if it rains or snows, which it actually is supposed to be, obviously, over here, it's supposed to be a big snowstorm.
Yeah.
So if it rains over there, any precipitation, Rams might be in for a bad one.
Shout out K. Will, Kyron Williams. If you get K. Will going, I like Kyron Williams actually. I like Kyron Williams. I was a Kyron Williams hater.
I like Corin better.
But if you get
I was used to be a Kyron Williams hater.
If you get any of them going, I think they have a nice. I feel like it's going to be one of these high-scoring games. It might be like a 28-35 kind of game. If everybody wakes up and play the way they're supposed to play. But that's the thing about football.
No,
You
no.
never know who you're gonna be when you wake up until you start the game. And one thing go wrong, like it's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
Hey man, shout out to
But hey,
Post
look,
Eagles. Post
like
Eagles
me and
saw that.
Dede say, it ain't never over to the fat lady sing. But
Mm-hmm.
that's my predictions. I can see it going both ways. But who do I really want to win? Give me the Rams. I ain't gonna lie. Devontae Adams, Packers legend, best wide receiver in Packers history. Gotta side with the Rams, bro. Gotta go.
Take him over Sterling Sharp. Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Not crazy.
I think Devontae's better than Sterling
I agree. For me, for Seattle throughout the year, 32 in pass attempts. Their offense is very efficient when they pass the ball. Obviously, JSN helps. JSN is not.
JSN ain't better than Seth Westover. Go.
JSN is not he's not just a deep threat. He's good intermediate. He gets screen passes. He does it all over the field. I think for a team that is without their RB2, obviously without Zach Charbonnet torn ACL, they're going to be forced to pass more. And I think it's scary when you have to do that. Obviously, like they said that all last year with the Eagles and also this year. We're not high in pass attempts. Obviously, we have good receivers, but we're not high in pass attempts. So what happens when you increase the volume? That's a question that's probably going to get answered this Sunday. And I think if Sam Darnold is able to be efficient and not turn the ball over, which is basically the key to the game nowadays, you just don't turn the ball over and just dink and dunk and you win the game probably. They'll have a good chance. But for the Rams, for an offense that has been very shaky this postseason, like even though they put up, I think, 31 versus the Panthers, they put up 14 in the first quarter and went to sleep for 2.5 quarters. They put up 17 points. They put up 10 points for the entirety of the fourth quarter until the last drive of the game, where they scored, and then obviously, Bears got the ball to 2, turned it over, got the punt, and then obviously the Killebrew throw. The Rams have not been good, I don't think, at all. And for them to be still in the NFC Championship game and competing for a title with Sean McVay as your coach and Matthew Stafford at QB, that is very scary.
Obviously, we know who the better Sean is, not McDermott.
Give us a game. So I think it's going to be a very interesting game for the Rams. Like they have to come out hot. They have to stay hot.
Not to mention that this Seahawks defense is very suffocating. By the way, I do that pass for Demarcus Lawrence,
Leonard Williams.
Like their defense is one of those defenses where like you can't give
Ernest
them no
Jones.
momentum. Nick and Worry, Tariq Woolen.
Worry. I said this on draft night, bro. He's Cam Chancellor. I said if he goes to the Seahawks, it's looking scary. He went to the Seahawks. That look like Cam Chancellor. He's a 6'4" safety that put 4 hate tweets on the Niners.
I think their defense is one of those defenses where you get a momentum and like they get that momentum going, it's gonna be long.
And I think one of the also keys to the game is the secondary, the comparison in secondary from both teams. So if you look at, we'll go for the Rams first. Emmanuel Forbes,
I think he had a shoulder injury. I think he's out.
He's still playing.
Oh, he is? Okay.
Freaking what's his name? Kobe Durant at safety. I mean, Cam Curl's good, but he's not a cover safety. I don't know why I'm forgetting the other Darius Williams, Rams for the Rams corner. Like those guys shouldn't really be able to cover Rashid Shaheed and JSN.
Yeah.
So it should be a favorable matchup for those Seattle receivers. And then you switch things over to the Seattle side. You have Tariq Woolen, who, if he plays up and presses, I think that's Puka's like worst attribute, like beating the press and man to man.
I think Tariq gonna box his ass.
You saw how he played against Jalen Johnson and them.
I think
Even Kyler Gordon.
And the thing is,
and even J.C. Horn and Mike Jackson in week
Tariq,
1.
And Tariq Woolen bigger than all them niggas.
He's 6'4".
Yeah, like him and J.C. Horn might be the same height, give or take, and he's bigger than Jalen.
So if he's able to get those long arms on him, like it could be bad. Like obviously that's the thing that we've been saying recently, that Puka's not really that good versus man to man. Obviously he just wins for me with his hands and able to win those.
Man. And Devon Edwards.
Like I said, you forgot the oop. Number 1, 6'7".
Come on now. Shout out Devon Edwards, by the way.
And then I didn't even talk about their best corner. Still got Devon Witherspoon out of Illinois. I thought his tape was ridiculous. I didn't think he was better than Christian Gonzalez, but he's still disgusting.
And he a hitter.
He hits hard.
He a hitter.
He can tackle.
I love that about them DB. I love my DB like that. A hard hitter and he can cover. Come downhill.
It's not even that he can hit hard. He can tackle too. Because you can hit hard, but that doesn't mean you can tackle. He can tackle.
Shoulders, arms, rapping, rolling.
He could cover. I saw a play.
Textbook.
I saw a play on TikTok. I think it was it Theo Ash? Somebody. I saw he covered 3 people in one possession. I saw that he was in the flat. He covered the flat route. He covered the in-breaking route. Then he got back and covered the corner, and Brock Purdy threw a 3. So if Devon Witherspoon and Tariq Woolen are able to have a great day with Eamon Worry up top, you got Ernest Jones, who I really wanted before the Eagles got all our linebackers that we have now.
There's a linebacker, right? Number 13.
Yeah. What's it called? Came from Tennessee. He's transformed their defense. Seattle has had 0 linebackers, and even Domino's from last year, their defense was horrible last year, and especially against the run. And for this year, they went from very bad versus the run to, besides the Texans, the first team, basically like an all-time team versus the run, and able to just basically box everything, make everyone pass the ball against you. It's going to be a rough day for the Rams if they're not able to get going easy.
Shout out to my brother Z.
I got, personally.
Who you got?
Personally, I just don't believe in Sam Darnold.
Yeah, they're right.
There's a feeling in me that it's a rematch of Seattle and New England wins again, but something is telling me that New England Patriots
I don't think
will have another rematch. I think this will be the 4th time now. Right? No, 3rd, because they played in 2018, that boring ass Super Bowl.
Yo, it was like 10-3. It was like 10-3 or something like that.
Then
right?
they played, Then they played in 2000, I think, and then this would be the 3rd time. This would be the 3rd time for Matthew Stafford versus Drake May. I do think the Rams have the better team, just off of. I mean, both games were decided by under 3 points. The first one was decided by 2 by the Rams, and the second one was decided by 1. And the Seahawks won overtime. That was a crazy game, by the way.
Yeah, bro,
I forgot that Matthew Stafford blew a 16-point lead in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think the Rams do get it done.
Couldn't be better than A-Rod.
I do want to respect the Seahawks, though. I do think they are deserving 1 seed. I said I wasn't convinced. I think the performance they put up against the Niners, putting them away fast, and the way they've been able to finish this last part of the season.
Putting them away fast is an understatement.
Yeah, I mean, first play it was over.
Yeah.
Kickoff return touchdown. It was
putting them away is an understatement. They tucked them into bed.
He said, "Go to bed, boy."
Nice and early. Go to bed, boy.
Daddy beat my ass again. He said, "Go to bed, boy."
Mama said, "Daddy don't beat him." Daddy beat my ass again. Daddy woke up out his bed, came to my room, opened the door. Daddy beat my ass again.
He said, "Go to bed, boy."
Ain't go to bed, boy.
He really put belt down to them Niners.
Let's talk about hoops. Talk about some hoops.
Hold on, we got award predictions. We got the finalists today.
We do.
We got the finalists today. They dropped. So I'll start off with my MVP. Like I said when we talked about level 3, Drake May or Matthew Stafford. I think when it comes down to it, I do think just like the NBA, I think it's more. I think it means more in the NFL for seeding wise than the NBA.
Yeah.
But for my MVP, the number 2 seed in the AFC, if I had to vote, my vote would be for Drake May. I think even though Matthew Stafford was really good this year, if you give Drake May, I know we're using ifs, if you give Drake May, Devontae Adams, and Puka Nacua, and Kyron Williams, he is doing the same, if not more, in winning the NFC West compared to what Matthew Stafford did. And I think it's hard, but if I had to vote, it'd be for Drake May this year.
My vote will go to Matthew Stafford. Due to the fact that it's a hypothetical. I don't really talk about hypotheticals too much. I mean, obviously, I would agree that I think any elite quarterback could do the same thing what Matthew Stafford is doing, if not better. But I will go Matthew Stafford.
Also,
I'm not upset either way it goes.
Also, what's it called? In common opponents, Drake May is 6-0, and I think Stafford is 2-4. So when you obviously the comparisons about how the Patriots' schedule has been Mickey Mouse, blah blah blah. Drake May, when they played the same opponents, is better and has been better. From a record and stat standpoint. And I do want to acknowledge all the people that were in. I forgot to do that too. Josh Allen, obviously.
I'm never voting for Josh Allen.
I guess. Drake May, obviously. Matthew Stafford. It's really a 2-man race. Somehow Christian McCaffrey. I mean, he had a great season. I don't think I'd say it was MVP worthy.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think we're gonna see another running back win MVP ever. I think it already happened. I think that's the only time it's ever going to happen.
On some real shit, I think the closest we were ever getting was last year with Saquon Barkley. It wasn't even close.
And I don't think and he didn't win it, and I don't think it's going to happen again. Because with Adrian Peterson, and I know it's off topic, but what Adrian Peterson did to win Comeback Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, and then win MVP, and that's, bro, I just don't think that. I can't. And then CMC didn't have that crazy of a year.
It was still good. Like it was
a great year.
I think it was 1,200 rushing and 950
great year
receiving.
Great year, but
I hear. And
Turn
then the
on-
fifth,
if y'all don't believe nothing we saying, go turn on that 2012 Adrian Peterson tape. Dog.
I got his jersey still.
That was
Miles
when he
Garrett.
came back off the ACL tear. Mind you, he had 2 ACLs in one knee.
It's ridiculous. And the fifth,
Trevor Lawrence.
Strack's favorite, Trevor Lawrence. No comment. I mean, he had a great end to the season. He didn't start great, obviously, and he had a great end to the season.
Yeah.
So after that, we'll get into it. Defensive Player of the Year. This needs no discussion, but we'll list the other candidates not named, redacted. We're not even going to say the name because you know who it is too. Will Anderson Jr., Nick Benito, Aiden Hutchinson, and Micah Parsons. Obviously, the sack leader was not named. It's not even a discussion. If it's not unanimous, whoever's vote was not unanimous, you should be cut forever from voting ever again. It should be unanimous. Myles Garrett, 23.5 sacks, I think it was, right?
Yeah.
Great season from him. Before, obviously, I came on saying that he wasn't going to get it. And my statement was true. I said it's not possible. He's not going to get a sack a game. And he didn't. He had a game with that weak-ass half a sack that they gave him.
That's not even weak.
No,
bro.
but listen. That week half sack. And if he didn't get it, he still would have 23, but it doesn't matter. And he had another game with no sack against, I think it was Aaron Rodgers. Because I know.
My main
and
thing
then I
was
told you,
that
I
killed
told
me.
you.
I knew it would happen.
The team that, I forget, I think it was the Titans. They were going to throw the ball fast, and that was going to be the game plan for the next 4 weeks, and it was.
No, I agree.
And then Joe Burrow pulled a fucking Brett Favre, and he just fell and took the sack, just like they did to Strahan. And you can't tell me otherwise.
Mind you.
Does he deserve the record?
Yes, he was
for sure.
He was going to sack him.
But
regardless.
don't act like this brother did not just fall and take
He
it.
was going to sack him regardless. I promise you, he was going to sack him regardless. I watched him bend the edge. And
I'm not gonna lie, his get off.
I watched his
otherworldly.
ankles and knees do some shit that mine can't do. He was going to sack him regardless.
Bro.
I think he just fell. I think he fell because somebody told him like probably.
Guess what?
He probably did what the Packers tackle did when they played us.
Nah,
Jordan,
Guess what?
run.
You the same height.
Nah, no,
You should be Myles Garrett.
nah.
I'm not gonna lie. There will
Nah.
never be.
There's never gonna be another Myles
There will
Garrett.
never ever be another Myles Garrett.
I think.
And discussion for another day. Is he better than J.J. Watt? Hey, I ain't saying nothing. But he's obviously Defensive Player of the Year. Great year. I mean, I'm not. Feel me? I'll bite on the chin like he did it. He did beat the sack.
Honestly, I feel like it was dumb for the teams to do that. I knew that that's what they were gonna do. But
that was for sure going to be the game plan.
I knew that was going to be the game plan, but I didn't think they were going to live and die by that. By watching Pittsburgh willingly lose the game just so he wouldn't get a sack at all. Because if they didn't double team, and obviously they didn't throw RPOs and check downs and slants and flat routes and Texas routes and all that stuff, he was going to get a sack. You can't do a long developing play with Myles Garrett on the opposite side of you and think you're not going to get sacked. It's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
There's no tackle that can block him. There's nobody that can hold him. There's nobody that can withhold him from getting a sack.
Mm-hmm. Triple team, double team.
It genuinely does not matter.
He got chipped every play.
And I watched it. The Bengals game.
He probably got chipped every play from like week 8 to the end of the season. There wasn't a play where the tight end wasn't. He dead ass. I watched the play where he went back and forth until the play clock hit 0.
Yep.
Both tight ends followed him, not get set until the play hit 0. That is unprecedented levels of just greatness. I don't even know.
That's how bad they
I've
want
never
to stop.
I've never seen something like that.
They want to stop
before.
you. And honestly, it would make me mad, but I will also laugh at the same time if I was Myles Garrett, because at that point, it's a compliment to how.
And everybody
great
trying to
you
copy
are.
his little through the legs. I see Rashawn Gary do it. Good lord.
No, you can't.
Max Crosby kind of did it, but you can't. You can't be Myles Garrett.
Bro.
You can't ask your star edge rusher that you want to draft in the next coming years if your team want to get an edge rusher to be Myles Garrett, because there never will be one. His bend, his everything is just so ridiculous.
I don't know. Like, honestly, when he got the sack record, me and Joe knew he was gonna get it. Like, from a defensive end standpoint, like, it gets time. Like, when a tight end has to keep banging with somebody that's of his stature, like Myles Garrett is a freak human.
Also, you can't say 18 games or 17 games because he did it in way less snaps. 200 less snaps on TJ Watt.
Feel me? Apparently they counted other snaps for TJ Watt, but whatever. Game is game. I feel like I knew, like, me and Joe knew he was gonna get it from a defensive end standpoint. I feel like at one point the tight end had to get tired of just going, like, just chipping him, because, like, look how big that, bro. Look at how big that motherfucker is, bro. That is a huge ass human, bro. Honestly, human beings not supposed to be that size anyway. But literally, and I like once he got it. You know what I'm saying? I was hyped for him. I was happy for him because, honestly, I thought TJ was going to get it the year.
To be so real, like, I wanted him to see it, but I obviously wanted him not to, just to, to say it. But I realistically, like I like Myles Garrett. I enjoy watching him play, and he was so close. I was like, feel me, just go get it.
Yeah.
But Offensive Player of the Year, because obviously Defensive Player of the Year was not even close. Drake May, Christian McCaffrey, Puka, Bijan Robinson, or JSN.
For Offensive Player of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could see him win off of Drake May. I could see Drake May win Offensive Player of the Year. Honestly, if he wins MVP, if he doesn't win MVP, I could see him win.
I was gonna say if they don't give him MVP, which he probably isn't, I think it's possible that they give him Offensive Player of the Year.
If not, then it's JSN.
My vote, alternatively, is Puka Nacua. I think JSN put up a ridiculous season. I think if he got closer to 2K, if he actually got the 2K.
Yo, is anybody ever going to touch that record, bro?
Yeah, Jeremiah Smith. Trolling. Fuck that guy. If we're going off stats, I'm pretty sure Puka ended with more. Let me just fact check this real quick.
Bro, at one point they did. They tried to. They hit JSN with the
JSN had 78 more yards. Obviously, Puka had more receptions, and I think Puka had more touchdowns as well. I just want to give it to Puka. I think he's a more dominant receiver. I think if you had to play Puka Nacua, you'd be more scared to go against him. Obviously, it doesn't factor into things. I think he's a bigger factor, and he also has to deal with having Devontae Adams steal some of his yardages and all the touchdowns on the 1 yard line Devontae Adams gets. I think Puka Nacua just was that great. My second vote actually wouldn't even be JSN, which he's still great. Like, he put up a great season.
You want to see CMC?
No. Bijan. I think Bijan had a ridiculous season from a running back standpoint. Like, they were saying Jonathan Taylor was going to put up Saquon numbers. Shit, he even put up Bijan numbers. I think Bijan had a great year. And yeah, I think that's probably the closest outside of like the coach stuff, the closest award that we're gonna talk about. And Offensive Rookie of the Year, I said this since like week 5.
I would go.
I don't even think it's close. Like, it's genuinely not even close.
No.
Offensive Rookie of the Year?
No, it's not.
Yo, so who is it?
You gotta go first. I went first. I just went first. Offensive player.
Man, shout out my dad. I live in North Carolina. Bank of America Stadium, baby. Give me that. I've been saying this since week 5. Obviously, Ibuka had a really good start. And I said when the start happened, like, he's getting these all off big plays, which obviously you can't just say, wow, he's doing off big plays, because Tyreek Hill somewhat did the same thing.
Show me Baker, your quarterback. That's what happened, Joe.
Feel me? Got Baker Mayfield trash ass. We've been talking about how trash he is.
Joe.
And
don't be afraid to come outside, Joe.
Come on, man.
Don't be afraid.
Feel me? He had a horrible catch ratio, because there was a lot of incomplete balls from Baker. And it didn't help that Ibuka had some drop problems later in the season. The options: Jackson Dart, Emeka Ibuka, Travion Henderson, Tet, and Tyler Shaw. I think I said Genty to start the year. Yeah. And obviously,
he had 1,300 yards off of contact.
Yeah, bro. I don't understand. Like, bro.
I want y'all to go look up how many yards Genty had. And I just want y'all to know he had 1,300 yards after contact.
His rushing, not even rushing, his O-line period was ridiculously bad.
Terrible.
Next year hopefully we'll see something better, because they have to protect Mendoza.
Genty was pulling out Marion Barber runs.
Who are you taking, by the way? You didn't say who you got. I think from Jackson Dart not playing a lot of games, Tyler Shock didn't play a lot of games. I think Ibuka obviously fell off. Tet finished with more yards, more touchdowns.
I'm going to say Tet because I feel like Tet.
And then Trevion obviously didn't play the last season.
I feel like I can't say Trevion because Trevion was behind Ramondre Stevenson for most of the year, for a better part of the year.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like if Trevion played all year, obviously a conversation. Trevion's a really good running back. I'm going Tet because Tet basically came to Carolina and emerged as the number 1 receiver over Kadoosh. He said you need to Kadoosh. I'm trying to tell you. Kadoosh. I'm trying to tell you. Kadoosh. I'm trying to tell you, Day. I bet you better do your job. You're supposed to be our number 1. And
you look the part. You don't play the part. Well, obviously, yeah, Tet received receiver 1.
Yeah, like I was saying, I feel like Tet just basically came in there and took over the number 1 spot, as you're supposed to.
Shout out Jalen Coker, though, by the way. Jalen Coker, undrafted in the Xavier Legette's class, and is better than him. Game's game.
And I feel like, Tet just being able to come in there and take over and just be that number 1 guy, especially being a rookie like that.
He was supposed to be that, but, like, obviously you don't know if that's going to translate.
Yeah, you don't know if that's going to happen.
He played for Arizona. Like, you don't know how these Pac-12, because he played for the Pac-12 most of his career, these Pac-12 guys are going to be. And he came in, and I gave him a Drake London comparison. It might be close. I mean, like, in comparison-wise, not close, because Drake London is top 10, top 12 receiver in the league. But he came in and played like
Free Jake London, by the
how
way.
the 6'4", 6'5" guy is supposed to play.
Free Jake Leonard, free Kyle Pitts, free Bijan
Hey
Robinson.
man, they'll be bad next year. Shout out Matt Ryan. Shout out Kevin Stefanski. Defensive Rookie of the Year.
You seen the offensive coordinator? It's offensive coordinator for the Browns. They hired Kevin Stefanski and they hired the offensive coordinator for the Browns. Free Kyle Pitts, free Jake London, free Bijan.
Sorry, fell
Free
asleep.
everybody, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Free the whole Falcons.
Narcolepsy. Defensive Rookie of the Year. I don't got, but there is Abdul Carter,
Yeah.
Nick Imawari, James Pierce, who
God, so
it's funny
nice,
enough
bro.
because
So nice.
the Falcons went from giving up a top 10 pick because they traded 2 first-round picks for James Pierce to I think giving up like a 16 now because they won their last 4 games in a row. James Pierce, Carson Schlesinger, Xavier Watts. It's not close. It's not close in the odds. It's not close in my opinion. It's Carson Schlesinger, not even a debate. He has, let me go bring up the stats
Played with the
again.
Browns, right? Linebacker,
Yeah.
48.
He had 156 total tackles, 11 TFLs, 2.5 sacks, 67 solos, 9 QB hits, and 2 interceptions. He played ridiculous. He played not an all-pro, but he played at a Pro Bowl level in year 1. I was personally going Jihad until Jihad, obviously, and Kobe Dean came back. But I'm taking Schlesinger, not even close. I think Eamon Wari was really good later to the season in that playoff game that has his stats up. It's crazy that the Falcons actually have 2 players on the same team and their defense was still ass.
Exactly.
James Pierce put up a great season with, I think, double-digit sacks.
Yeah. Nah,
Xavier Watts figured it out.
double digits.
Abdul Carter doesn't get any sacks, but he's Mr. Pressures man. Obviously, he'll be good in the future, in my opinion. And I think it's not even close. It's got to be Carson Schlesinger. Shout out UCLA. Go Bruins.
I would go Carson Schlesinger too, but shout out to James Pierce. I feel like James Pierce had a great first year. 17 solos, 9 assisted, 10.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery for 27 yards. Those numbers as a rookie and a rookie defensive end at that, going into it, you normally don't really see that unless like this is an actual good player. 6'5".
Yeah, I think it's the first double-digit sack guy from a rookie since Micah, if I'm not mistaken.
It is. And honestly, like him at his frame, 6'5", 243 pounds, like it's a big guy. And I just want to say shout out to him because you're basically out there not all alone in the D line, but damn near. And again,
He had a counterpart that was rookie. I can't remember.
yeah,
who it is
I
right
think
now.
it's a D tackle, if I'm not mistaken. It's a D tackle.
Let me go check real quick.
He tied for 13th in the
I
league.
feel so bad I don't remember his name. He's actually good.
He is, but he's not like he's good, but I'm not calling him a
Jalen
bum.
Walker,
Yeah,
who went before him.
He's
I
not a
forgot
bum.
that.
He's not a bum. Jalen Walker's not a bum, by the way.
He put up
But he
5.5.
He ain't James Pierce though.
No.
And James Pierce tied for 13th in the league with sacks as a rookie. You know what I mean? And I could only speak to what the future could withhold, like what could hold, but you can't really compete to what Carson Swayze did. Like,
Yeah, he played like
that's
156
That's like
tackles.
That's like prime Bobby Wagner.
And you going from your first year like out of college to play against grown men and do that is kind of ridiculous.
So he probably was playing against grown men in college. You know, some
Hey,
people
man.
being there their 9th year in
They're
college.
looking for that 10th year rule. They trying to put.
Yo, who the cuz that played with Trevor Lawrence that got 2 natties now?
I don't remember. I just know that shit.
EJ Williams. That's
They
who it
better
was.
recruit my dad to go play at this point. Shit, he got 4 years.
Shit, come get me.
Comeback player of the year.
I'm playing coach.
Comeback player of the year. You got Stephon Diggs. You got Aiden Hutchinson.
This is so tough.
You got
bro.
Trevor Lawrence.
This is so tough.
You got Christian McCaffrey. You got Dak Prescott. So this is the
Dak
kinda
put a hand me last year, right?
yeah, he didn't play a lot. This is kind of like the only one where I'm
I'm
picking.
torn.
Picking what I think will happen and not what I think should happen.
Yeah.
I thought about Stephon Diggs.
Mhm.
I don't really think about Trevor Lawrence. I don't think him being ass and then being good
Yeah,
should warrant a
that
comeback.
I'm not gonna lie. When I looked at it, when you sent it to me, and I was like, "Wait, why is Trevor Lawrence up here?" I'm like, Trevor Lawrence wasn't hurt. He was just garbage.
ass.
He was ass.
And then
It's basically like Cade. It's basically like the whole Cade thing with Cade basically got comeback.
yeah, most
player of the
improved.
year,
It was the
but
most
yeah,
improved
like,
player of the year
most
because he went
improved, like,
from 20 to like 27.
first round, be the first overall pick in the
He was
first
supposed to
round,
be
bro. He's
franchise
supposed to
changing
be, bro.
anyways.
Like, what are we talking about?
Then you got Dak Prescott. I don't think he should
No,
be there.
I'm not going
So
there.
my personal coin flip is between Aiden Hutchinson and Christian McCaffrey. I think it goes to Christian McCaffrey, who I have highlighted. I think if I had to vote, it hurts. I'm a Michigan guy. I think it has to go to Christian McCaffrey. I think having 2,000 scrimmage yards total, you have 12,000 rushing, 900 passing, almost 1,000 receiving, and this will be the second time he did this. I think that is ridiculous, but I really want to say Hutch having the best year of his career
No,
to date.
I'm sorry, I'm going.
He had
Hutch, bro.
his best career to date. Obviously, last year he would have broke that for me. 5 games, 7.5 sacks last year.
He had 54 total tackles, 36
I know.
assisted,
36 it's his
solo,
most sacks total by 3.
18 assisted, 14 and a
This
half
is
sacks.
tied for the most TFLs too.
Four forced
All
fumbles,
pro too.
1 fumble recovery, 1 interception, 3 pass deflections. I want to give it to CMC so bad.
I think it has to be for a torn Achilles is crazy. Torn Achilles is crazy.
I thought he tore his ACL.
No, Achilles.
Let me see.
It was torn Achilles because they say he might never play football again. You talking about CMC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Achilles.
But I mean, they said the same thing about Hutch. He snapped his
I mean,
fucking
Hutch
leg. He
has a
snapped-
metal rod in his leg. So.
Exactly. A metal rod in his leg, and you still came back and put up 14 and a half sacks after they said it would probably take you 2 years to even get back to the form that you think you're going to see. Now, I just want y'all to know, the man to my right thinks that nowadays when you get an ACL injury, it's the end of the world. We're living in modern
never
medicine.
said that.
Yes, you did.
No, I
yes,
didn't.
yes, yes.
No, I didn't.
Not.
Don't do that.
Okay. I'm going to go find the message. I'm going to screenshot and send it to him and make him edit it in. I've seen him talk about, we talk about ACLs in the messages. He makes it seem like you can't come back. We have
I've
modern
never
medicine.
said that, bro.
All
I
right.
really watched Adrian Peterson play football.
I don't know. CMC tore his Achilles. Hutch snapped his leg in half. The CMC was not supposed
Fuck
to play.
it, Cole Ward.
Honestly, bro.
Give it to
Honestly, give it to both of
Give
them,
them to
bro.
both.
I don't. I'm just so torn.
Like I'm telling y'all, this is Aiden Hutchinson. Like not really. Last year was his best season, and he got hurt. But this is his best season to date from what we've already seen from him. And then this is not CMC. This is not even nowhere close to CMC's best season. But the production on all the freaking touches he got this year off a season-ending injury like that, that's ridiculous. But feel me, go to Coach of the Year. Coach of the Year, very interesting. We got Liam Cohen from the Jaguars, Ben Johnson from the Bears, Mike McDonald from the Seahawks, Kyle Shanahan from the Niners, and Mike Vrabel from the Patriots. I'll go first. I think this is probably the hardest award. Looking back at this, I know who my pick is, but like,
Okay,
I think
got my pick.
I think low key, it might have to be Shanahan from having all his All Pros hurt for the entire season and still being 12-5. You can talk about how good Mike Vrabel was going from 3-4 or 4-13 to 13-4, making the playoffs. You can talk about how Liam Cohen turned around the Jaguars. They looked horrible to start the season. Now that they're in the playoffs, they played great, and then they obviously lost to Josh Allen, the GOAT. They're strong. And then you can talk about how Mike McDonald, feel me, changed the entire Seahawks defense. He came from the Ravens, feel me, stole all his defensive flow, brought it to Seattle. Now they're really rocking. But my vote is for Ben Johnson. The cursed city of Chicago.
Honestly, you know what's so crazy? That was dead my vote.
Cursed
My vote.
city of Chicago, coming off a year where it might be over for Caleb. Like, not because he's a bad player, but historically, the Bears have drafted a quarterback, then they fired the coach that wanted that quarterback, and the new regime has to deal with this quarterback they did not previously want. We did this with Mitch Trubisky, they did this with Justin Fields, and they did it again for Caleb Williams. I think for Caleb Williams to have the year he had, for the entire team, I don't think the Bears have a great roster all around besides I'd say the receiver trio. I think DJ Moore, Luther Burden is disgusting, by the way. And DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, and Luther Burden, that's ridiculous. And the addition of Colston Loveland coming on from week 5 on.
They have a great 1-2 punch with that running back.
I don't think they're great, but like as a duo, they're for sure disgusting.
That's what I said. They have a
Kyle
good 1-2
Munning
punch.
guy, and I'm saying individually they're not great.
No, I'm saying as
Kyle
the
Munning
running
guy,
back group.
boy,
Munning guy, by
I
the
ever
way.
see that boy in the hole. Shit, I might run away. That boy run way too hard. He really.
You gonna pull a Keyshawn Nixon?
I might. I was really saying, like, while I was watching the game, he runs like he's a 7th round pick. Like, he runs like he might get cut after this game. And that's what you need. Like, he's been great. I think bringing a defense that was statistically horrible to force 33 turnovers. You got guys like Nashawn Wright, 6'4" corners, making 8 fumble recoveries and getting interceptions. A career year from Kevin Byard after he was horrible for us.
Shout out, what's Nashawn Wright brother? Razan Wright or something like that from the Last Chance U?
Zero clue. Hey,
Shout out.
shout out TJ Edwards too, former Eagle. He snapped his shit in the first game versus the Packers. No, it was against the Rams actually. I lied. And then I just think he had a really good year, and I think that's my vote. If I had to give it number 2 though, it'd probably be for Mike McDonald for what he did in Seattle.
For me, I'm going Ben Johnson as a Packers fan,
Very surprised actually.
as a Packers fan, as a the team, the real NFC North team for the last 20 years.
Amen.
Anyway,
It's Chicago, nigga.
oh shit, where they at?
Oh, shit, we all in Cancun. Woohoo!
Oh yeah, we having the party.
Hey, shit,
As a-
volleyball started at 12.
As a guy who's watched the Bears over like years and years and years as like our rivalry, this year was a year where I'm like, damn, like we really could lose to them any given game. And I've never felt like that when we played the Bears. Like, I've never felt like that. And for him to go in there and turn that team around, a historically bad team.
And then bring the rivalry back.
To bring the rivalry back.
The rivalry's dead back.
A historically bad team, a historically bad defense.
Like, we already know, like, for him to already have the passing yards and be the first to almost 4K, with how long they've been alive?
I'm going to just say this. Bro. The Bears ain't been this good since they had Jay Cutler at quarterback.
Nah. Hold on. Respect Mr. Trubisky when they was like 15-2. They was ass, but at least they was 15-2.
Cinderella ass run.
Respect Tariq Cohen. Respect.
What's Tariq Cohen at now? Where Mr. Trubisky at now? Where's the head coach at now? Where's the defense at now? Exactly. That's Cinderella ass run. This ain't St. Peter's, baby.
They went far. I don't know. They've always been ass. We know this.
They have not been as
good. They're dead ass like the Browns.
They have not been as good since Jay Cutler. And when I really sit back and watch, as a fan of football, it really is amazing to see a guy to be able to come in there and just turn the whole entire culture around. You got Tremaine Edmonds out there. You got Kyle Monunga. You got DeAndre Swift. You got Luther Burton. You got Roma Duns. You got Nashawn Wright. You got Jalen Johnson. I think they have Montez Sweat, if I'm not mistaken.
They do, but he's not even playing that much. The real guy they've been talking about who might break out is Austin Booker. Yeah. He's another 6'6", ridiculously
number
guy.
Number 9 in the defensive line. I think his last name is Johnson. I can't think of his first name. Just that team in general.
Jervin Dexter too. I remember seeing him playing.
That team in general. Shout out to the offensive coordinator. Shout out to the defensive coordinator for being able to even when they played us, they were able to come back from an 18-point deficit. You know, most of the times when you're down, I tell y'all this right now. Most of the times when you're down 18 going into the fourth, I can tell you right now, 99% of the time you lose that game. But that 1% is a chance you got to fight back. And my will go to Ben Johnson. I think he's done amazing things for Chicago. I think the Bears are going to continue to be a good team now. I think they're going to enter an era to where they're always going to be a playoff contending team now. It's not going to be the years where they're going
4-12.
What happened?
Wow. The Ravens signed Jesse Minter. Shout out U of M, baby. Shout out Michigan. Shout out Michigan, baby.
March Super Bowl.
I think that's crazy. I think them going defense is kind of crazy. The Ravens, obviously, as we know, usually take some defensive coaches and defensive guys. The same thing with Harbaugh. I think that's kind of crazy. I think they do need to reinvent that defense. That defense has been ass as of late and been selling Lamar Jackson. But back to what we were saying.
That defense is historically terrible when Kyle Hamilton's not.
But we'll talk about this on Tuesday. On the Tuesday episode that drops.
If we can, it might be a snowstorm. So hopefully,
it's true. I did forget about that. But yeah, Ben Johnson, all-time great. Yeah. For me, just for what he did in Chicago already.
Sure, might be the greatest. Might be one of the greatest coaches in Chicago history.
Hey, respect my dicka.
I said one of.
I'm about to say respect my dicka.
I said one of.
Assistant coach. You see, I feel like the Seahawks DC should be in this. I don't think it's Vance Joseph. I don't think the Denver defense is as good as it should have been. I think it should be. The Vikings weren't as good either as they were last year, and then it comes between Fangio, Clint Kubiak, and Josh McDaniels of the Patriots. I just think Josh McDaniels is just garbage. I think he's just. I mean, their passing game coordinator is getting looked at for jobs, not him. Then you obviously have Drake May. I think it's between Clint Kubiak and Vic Fangio. Me personally, I really want to say Vic Fangio. Like he's transformed a lot of guys that most people probably don't even know about. Like, you probably don't know who. I mean, you probably know now Reed Blankenship because of Cooper DeJean, but guys like freaking Nakobe Dean, guys like Jordan Davis that fell off, Jalex Hunt. We have guys Moro Ojomo. We have random guys, not random, but guys that weren't drafted first round or we didn't pay a lot of money for. We have the cheapest defense in the league, and we're, I think, probably one of the top 3, top 5 defenses in the league. So for Fangio to invent this scheme, have Q go from how good I thought he was. Obviously, you heard how good I thought he was last year to an all-pro level this year. And I think it could be Vic Fangio, but for what the Seahawks have done and how good their offense has been, how much the games they won, and me personally, I would say Clint Kubiak right now, no questions asked in my OC. I gave it to Clint Kubiak. Looking back on this, I might change to Vic Fangio because go Birds.
For me, such a coach in the year, I'm going to go Clint Kubiak. Due to the fact that I feel like that Seahawks offense wasn't what they were last year.
Bro, I've been telling. I don't know why Strack is still believing in Geno Smith, but that boy ass.
They weren't what they were last year. Like and you see it. Look at Geno Smith now. Geno Smith now is playing like a certain somebody I know. I'm not gonna name nobody here. Go Owls. But I'm gonna go Clint Kubiak due to the fact that you almost turned what is JS in? What year is he in? Year 3, year 4?
Year 3, I think.
Year 3. You turned a year 3 receiver almost into a Triple Crown winner. He almost broke an all-time receiving record. You have Kenneth Walker out there. You have Sam Darnold actually looking like he's a top 10 quarterback.
Might be year 1 or it might be year 2 actually, but I think it's year 3.
I could have sworn. I thought it was year 3. I was gonna say year 2.
3?
Right?
Yeah, it's year
3.
3.
It's 3. Okay. We have JSN in year 3, looking like he's.
Yeah, because first year he put up 628. That was the DK year.
Yeah, it's DK year, right?
And then last year he proved that he was better than DK Metcalf.
Yeah, because I remember
And
they said
then-
he was holding DK was holding him back.
And then he put up 1100.
Yeah,
And then this year was when obviously he went to the Steelers
Yeah.
and he turned into Mr.
Receiver
120,
one. Yeah.
1800, 10 touchdowns.
God damn.
That boy nice. That boy nice.
I feel like for you to do that and then for you to still be able to.
And then for all the years, because I think the Seahawks lost OC last year, and they lost, I think, Shane Waldron.
Yeah.
He was atrocious in, I think it was Chicago, and then he was atrocious in Seattle. Then he went to Chicago. The route tree got better for JSN. He was able to do more things. He was able to do things that he did at Ohio State, and he was able to become who he is today. So that's who we got. Next year, every award will be a Philadelphia Eagle. But I think that's it. Unless you want to talk about basketball. I know you had a 5:30 quota, so
Yeah, I do got to call it at 5:30 today.
So it is currently 5:31.
It is. The only thing I'm going to touch on is Jeannie Buss. I just want to say this. This is the only thing
W
I'm
Lakers
gonna
ran.
say.
Shout out to Tyrese Maxey, by the way. Also starter.
I'm gonna sit right here and say this. The only thing I agree with is the whole Russ thing. Them signing off on the trade to get Russ, and them not taking accountability for it. But LeBron is the savior for the Lakers. LeBron is going to retire as one of the Laker greats. He won a championship to LA, and y'all were in a 10-year drought, damn near. Let me pull this up. Let me give y'all accurate numbers. So when y'all see this, y'all not hating, because I know a lot of people like to hate on Bron. I don't know why. In 2017, 2018, before Bron got there, they were 35 and 47. In 2016, 2017, y'all know what Bron was doing in 16. They were 26 and 56. 2015,
retired, right?
yeah, 2015, 2016, they were 17 and 65, which is the lowest win total in franchise history. Now everybody's gonna say, "Oh, Bron came there and blew up our young core." And your young core got you Anthony Davis, Avery Bradley, Alex Caruso. Y'all kept Kyle Kuzma.
Lonzo.
You kept Lonzo.
No,
You had to get rid of Lonzo. Actually, you had Lonzo in 2019. You had to get rid of Lonzo, but it bought you a ring. So now I would ask.
They did indeed bring you a ring.
And I would ask a bunch of Laker fans, are you mad that they blew up your young core?
And the best player, if we're being so serious, all around, probably Alex Caruso.
Yeah.
Like if we're talking about just talent, obviously it's probably Kyle Kuzma. Like he's the best offensive player there.
Yeah.
But for a guy that wins the most, for me, brings winning
defense
culture. His defense is great. He can actually put up 15 if he needs to.
And my whole thing is, Bron bought y'all Anthony Davis, and you got Anthony Davis. And Anthony Davis turned into Luka Doncic. Now, Bron don't come to LA. LA never gets Anthony Davis. LA never gets a 2020 ring. If Anthony Davis never comes to LA, you never get Luka Doncic, which means your franchise is in the same spot for the last 10 years. We're in 2026.
Because the only reason they got Luka was to be the heir to the parent to LeBron James.
If the season ended,
to take over.
Exactly.
And you see what Jet T said?
No.
They said if they switch ages right now, Luka and LeBron, Lakers the best team of all time.
I swear to God. Bron at that age? Come
Hey,
on,
man.
right, bro.
Hey, man, Bron 27.
If the season ended right now, the Lakers would be in the playoffs. If Bron, and then mind you, if the 80 didn't get the groin injury versus the Suns in that series, they would have beat the Suns. They probably would have went back to back. They were gonna 2-peat if Bron didn't get injured. They probably would have not 3-peated.
If team.
15. The crazy part is 15. But this is realistic though. Shout out Solomon. We're not shout out Solomon Hill. Solomon Hill is Hitler. But if Bron never got hurt, then we're talking about a whole different story, a whole different history. But then she's like, oh, Bron isn't grateful for us drafting Bronny. No, Bron said whoever draft Bronny, that's where I'm going. Y'all chose to draft Bronny. You did not have to draft Bronny. You drafted Bronny because you wanted to keep Bron because Bron would save y'all. Because they must have planned on packing up AD. Bron's been asking for a big for the last 5 years.
I mean, we've known AD was a 4 for many years, and they decided not to get a guy next to him.
AD first game on the Mavs, he had 23 in the first half before he messed up his adductor.
That's crazy.
He had 23 and 14 in the first half. Seriously. They bought you AD, probably one of the best defenders in Lakers history. Easily. One of the best big men in Lakers history. Easily. They are literally top 5. I think Bron's 4 and AD's 6 for double-doubles in Lakers history. You know how many people play for the Lakers?
A lot of legends. You know the best of them all?
I wish Jeannie Buss would have gave Bron to the Clippers. All my life, me, Bron, Kawhi, and AD would have been turned up in LA. I would have went out there and got me a Bron jersey personally. Fuck. Anyway, it's the end of the episode. Let me close. Dakota, got your host here, Day. Shout out Don back there.
Yes, sir. I will see if he's even producing next week because you
Hey,
don't know what happened if Seattle lose. You don't know.
Never know.
He might never show his face again. Hey, man. Shout out to everybody the game. We'll be back on Tuesday. I wanted to give y'all a bonus episode. We haven't been in the studio in a minute. You feel me?
Hey.
Appreciate y'all.
Before y'all end it, one pinky, one thumb, one finger, one love.